Hey guys, it's me Divine, back with another video. And in today's video, we will be looking at the NFL playoff bracket, but if the worst teams replaced the best teams. So basically, the worst team in the Ravens division was the Bengals. Bengals will get the number 1 seed. Worst team in the 49ers division, Cardinals, they get the number 1 seed. And that's basically how it works. So let's start by looking at the AFC. Number 1 seed will be the Bengals. Number 2 seed would be the Chargers, because they went 5-11. Number 3 seed will be the Miami Dolphins. The number 4 seed would be the Jacksonville Jaguars. The number 5 seed would be the New York Jets. And the number 6 seed will be the Indianapolis Colts. And then in the NFC, number 1 seed would be the Arizona Cardinals. Number 2 seed would be the Detroit Lions. Number 3 seed would be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 4 seed will go to the New York Giants, I think. Yeah, New York Giants. And then the number 5 seed will go to the Los Angeles Rams. Then the number 6 seed will go to the Chicago Bears. So basically, we're going to be seeing who will win the Super Bowl. Oh, correction, the Redskins will gain the number 4 seed. Well, anyways, let's get on to the video. So the first game will be the New York Jets versus Jacksonville Jaguars in Jacksonville. Now, the Jaguars did do worse than the Jets this season. The Jets did not do very good, but neither very bad. And the Jacksonville Jaguars did do very bad, and it's a tough decision. Because Jacksonville is home, I think it will be a close game, but I think the Jets would win 23-21. The Jets have the better defense. Well, not really better. Well, a tiny bit better, because they have C.J. Mosley, Jamal Adams, and Jacksonville lost their star player on their defense, Jalen Ramsey, because they traded him to the Rams. So I think the Jets would win 23-21. So the Jets will be advancing. Now we have the Dolphins versus the Colts. The Dolphins are home. Colts did do better, but the Dolphins are a magical team, even though they went 5-11. They beat the Patriots at Foxborough to stop them from getting the number 2 seed. And they always beat the Patriots one year, so, they are a pest to the Patriots. And so they'll be an even bigger pest to the Indianapolis Colts. So I think the Dolphins would win 28-17. Yes, they would win by a lot. and they would advance to play the Los Angeles Chargers, and the Jets would advance to play the Cincinnati Bengals. Now in the NFC, Saints versus Vikings, which is now the Buccaneers versus Bears. Buccaneers did do good. Jameis Winston did improve 30 touchdowns but then he got 30 interceptions. So no way they're going to beat the Bears. Bears win. They'll advance to play the Cardinals. And then it's going to be the Rams versus Redskins. Rams did have a good season. They were just not good enough to make the playoffs. The Rams went 9-7. They have a good defense and good offense. So of course they would win by a lot. Score 27-14. And I forgot to say the score for last game. I think it would be like 17-14. But so I believe the Rams would advance to play the Detroit Lions. And now let's move to the divisional round. So Bears versus Arizona Cardinals. It's super hard because I'm looking at the 49ers logo. But this is a tough decision. The Cardinals are home, but the Bears are just an overall better team. The Cardinals' only weapon on offense is Larry Fitzgerald. On defense, they have nothing. So, yes. The Bears will move on to the NFC Championship. Now we have the Jets versus the Bengals. Now the Jets would probably win, but there's one problem. They did play during the regular season, and the Jets lost. But I believe the Jets would win. The Jets are way better than Andy Dalton and his team. Way better. And I don't know how they lost to the Bengals last time, but this time they will not lose. They will win and move on to the AFC Championship. So then we have the Dolphins versus the Chargers. Not the Chiefs, the Chargers. And the Chargers did do good last year, 12-4. I don't know why they gave the Chiefs the division. It was pretty tight. But I guess it was because the Chargers got a 1-point win against the Chiefs when the Chiefs were home. But when the Chargers were home, Chiefs won by more than 1 point. I guess that was why. But the Chargers did do good last year. But this year, everything fell apart. Philip Rivers threw 18 or 20 interceptions. Pretty bad season. But then the Dolphins did bad too. It's a tough decision, but I think the Chargers would win because they're home. They're pretty equal. If not, the Chargers would be better. So I think the Chargers would advance to the conference championship. Now we have the Rams versus Lions. And I bet all of you guys are going to think, oh, this is such an obvious choice. The Rams are way better. Well, people underestimate the Lions. The Lions are not too bad. They did only get 3 wins, but the Lions are underestimated. They have a few good people on their offense. They have Matthew Stafford, Kenny Golladay, which is like their star player, and a few other good wide receivers. But then the defense is bad. So that's like why the Lions never do good. So I think it will be a close game. But the Rams would win 31-27 and would advance. So now we have the conference championship. Jets versus Chargers and Rams versus Bears. Now both LA teams are in it, so Los Angeles would be happy, but only one of them would make it. But let's start with the AFC. And this game is in LA, but I think the Jets have the edge over the Chargers. I think the Jets would win with a score of 31-24. I think the Jets are a better team. They have a good defense, Jamal Adams and C.J. Mosley being the star players. And then a good offense with Sam Darnold, Robbie Anderson, Le'Veon Bell, who will have a better season. I believe in him, and the Jets' offense is pretty good. So I think the Jets will win, make the Super Bowl. Now it's the Rams versus Bears. This is like my toughest decision yet, because the Bears did go 8-8 and the Rams went 9-7, but the Bears are home, and the Bears' defense is on fire. So this will be a low-scoring game because their defenses are better than their offenses. But I think the Rams would win 20-9. So the Rams just have a good offense and good defense. Bears have a good defense and okay offense. So the Bears are just not going to do good, and they're not going to make the Super Bowl. It will be the Rams versus the Jets. And the Super Bowl in Miami will go to the Rams. Well, first of all, the Dolphins. The Dolphins fans' biggest rivals are the Bills, Jets, Patriots. If any of them play in Miami, the Dolphins fans would, of course, root for Miami Dolphins. And the Super Bowl was in Miami. So they would probably be rooting for the Rams, the people at the stadium. And the Rams are just a better team. They have a better defense, better offense, and they would probably win the Super Bowl 30-20. So that's going to be the end of the video. Comment down below if you think my predictions are good. Comment down below also what season you want me to do next. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Goodbye.